Oh, is it started? I guess it started. Alright, so I'm back, casting another game. I have a feeling Hex and Jaded is not going to load. I'm going to be very frustrated with them because now I'm going to have to wait longer after I start the stream up to cast this game. So it's Team Young versus Team bleh, what were they? Jig? The Jig's up. They've got freaking Luffy and Yami Yugi, and I have no clue what the hell that is. I don't want to know what that is. And I forget what those are called off of that movie. What the hell's that DreamWorks movie? Despicable Evil? No. Whatever. You know what I mean. It's those yellow Tic Tac guys. So we're going to be going back. It's actually stuck on 43. So I really don't know what's going on here. He's on hero selection. Should be fine. Okay, we're just going to wait. Yeah, so casting. I'm just going to turn on my stream just to make sure. It'll lag me for a bit, but I just want to make sure that shit is loading. It is loaded. Alright, so here we go. So, Team Jig versus Team Young Boys. And, pauses. That's what's going on. They're pausing during the load. I didn't even know you could do that. So, Core resumes the game. For some reason, we're on the international with Newbie. Having the... I don't know why it's there, but... okay, we're not even seeing... I'm dying. Someone keeps freaking pausing. It's driving me crazy. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm not really casting, I'm kind of narrating. So, we have Young Gaming versus The Jig is Up. We're gonna call them anime boys because they got all these anime pictures and Chinese cartoons pictures, and I'm pretty sure they are Oriental, so... not racist, just that's usually the case. Not always. There's... okay, I'm just gonna stop before I get in trouble. So, bands. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna do Freaky. Get the heck out of here. Shadow Fiend. Quap. So, very... You know what I notice? Okay, here's the difference between pro scene and, like, blooming pro scene. Like, developing pro scene. Is that the developing pro scene can't seem to get away from their comfort heroes. And, like, the typical, oh, these are pros play these, so, you know, this is kind of like the core of professional scene for heroes. It's like Quap and Shadow Fiend. Like, put a Bloodseeker mid. Do it. Get it done. Heck, I don't even see Wisp Tiny that often in, like, blooming pro scene. But if they put a Wisp Tiny mid, that'd be good, too. So, trying to get my voice back. So I always see this, and it's like, come on. Come on. I'm actually happy they banned them, though, because then we don't see that usually. But that's probably going to mean we're going to... I mean, this patch, 6.84, Leshrac. We've got freaking Gyrocopter. Tusk. Wisp will forever always be there. Not seeing too much Batrider recently, but I think Batrider's still good. Even this patch. You don't want to really grab a Leshrac when he's burning you, though. But there's that frickin' Storm. I hate that hero. For, like, blooming Proceed. So, Gyrocopter, that's standard. That means Leshrac's on the table. Who else did I say? Tuskar's on the table. I don't think they're going to pick Techies. I would like to see them Techies. Come on, S4 said tier 1 pick. Techies. Eiko is the captain. Steve Aoki, he's retired now. He's sick of the money. He just wants to play some developing pro scene Dota here in the Greater Toronto area. This is where this LAN is held. I'm not sure what this LAN is, but it's in Toronto. My friend is at it, and I am watching him, and there will be no bias. Just me autistically flapping my gums off. So, I'm dying first. They're like, screw you. You want to do... No, Leshrac. Oh, fuck it. I think Winter Wyvern is amazing with Leshrac. I've seen, like, people pick Winter Wyvern with, like, Animage and shit. It's like, why? That guy needs to hit creeps to frickin' do some damage. So, you have heroes like Leshrac who's just sitting there. He's like, oh, hi, I'm burning. Just force me and I'll move when you've got me in the frozen cocoon thing. Earthshaker, though, will always be a tier 1 pick. You'll have Last Track, Witch Doctor, Wisp, frickin' Dazzle. But Winter Wyvern is making a beginning thingy. So Winter Wyvern. I don't see it so far being good for the Dire because they don't have enough heroes. But if they're going to pick up a Winter Wyvern with an Undying, it's kind of counteractive. Winter Wyvern, when she hits like level 3-4, she's good aggressively early game, but not really level 1-2. So Zeus is okay. We don't really see the synergy yet with Zeus and Undying, but as I was saying, like if they picked up a Winter Wyvern, they'd have to get a hero kind of like Leshrac. Another hero that's good like that is, you know, you have like Radiance Burn heroes, like a Naga or something. Even though she kind of needs to click, she has illusions that could do that, and you just heal her while the Radiance is still ticking. Phoenix is kind of good, kind of, maybe, kind of, yeah, maybe. Who else? Necro. It's good with Necro, I think. I think it's a good hero with Necro. It's just that AoE decaying type of heroes. So Puck's gonna get banned out. They feel that's not a mid Leshrac. Interesting. It could be an offlane Puck, could be a safe lane Puck. Don't see that too often this patch, but they're feeling that's a core number 1 Leshrac. There's the Phoenix ban, Viper ban. I don't think there's gonna be Winter Wyvern because not necessarily the developing pro scene, but I haven't seen any like 5K players I know pick Winter Wyvern. Most of them aren't support players, but I don't see it. But I think it's really good here. I even think it's good with an Earthshaker. I mean, that guy's got to like, he's pretty squishy early on, and they've got enough synergy where like it's kind of defensive, but it's kind of aggressive too. So I don't know. Based off the last game that just happened, this is an aggressive team. The Jig team, and they're going to go with the Prophet. So teleports in after Shaker has done his fissure, his enchant totem, obviously the echoes happen, and then he just teleports in and daggons because he's been cliff jungling this whole time and not in a LAN. He's actually in a pub. Windranger. Let's check out some synergy here. Pretty good against the Nature's Prophet because he's going to be plopping up trees, and he's got to be careful to not get one of his teammates shackled. They don't last forever, but it's still something. It could cancel TP or something. Who knows? So they do kind of counterpick that. We've got a Zeus. Okay, that's kind of weird how they picked the Prophet with the Zeus being on the map because it's just going to spot him.
10 seconds to go.
But, I mean, if he teleports and he's like a farm Prophet with a sheep stick, he's got some DPS items with the right clicks. He's just going to melt the Zeus anyway, so it won't matter. He'll just... Ganking a Zeus alone is going to hurt with the Prophet. But I think in teamfight aspect, the Prophet isn't the greatest pick. It's now got to deal with the Zeus and a Windranger. Undying's Tombstone even breaks trees, so getting away with him is... It's a really all-in pick, is what I'm trying to say. Which this team is kind of all-in-ish. They definitely have the mechanics to go all game, but they do like their all-in. And they're going to grab Tusk. 4th phase in, I'm surprised he wasn't picked earlier. But they wanted that Earthshaker and stuff, and... Young Gaming. Young Gaming. It's Young Gurus. I've already made up my mind. Young Gurus. They're going to have to do something about this. They see this aggressive lineup, and it definitely scales. What can they use to counter aggression? What is a good counter aggressive hero? Currently for Wave Clear, they've got Power Shot. They can throw up a Tombstone and pray it doesn't die. I think a Pugna's good here. It kind of gives them an all-in aspect. You could... decrepify your Tombstone to help it last a little longer. It adds more push. I mean, if this is going to be a core Windranger, definitely, I'm just going to say that, definitely a core Ranger. They could throw in, like, later on in the game, like, let's say they haven't finished the push, she's going to have a Scepter, she's going to be chunking buildings down. Heck, even get a Deso on her. I don't think I see it too often, but, I mean, like, I think a Pugna's really good here. It gives them that all-in aspect, but that's the downside to it. If they don't achieve much with their all-in early game against kind of an all-in draft going here by the Radiant for the Jig team, then it's not going to work out. They're going to grab their Lion, so they still have room for a core on their team. It could be a support Zeus. but I think it's core-ish. I don't know. Let's see. They can throw on Dying off lane, Wind Ranger mid, Zeus line as your supports, and then they have a carry. So they could do that. Slark's going to get banned. That's kind of the all-in-ish hero I was thinking for young gaming. Is a Pugna, you know, something that just snowballs or gets the job done early. I find rather than trying to go defensive, that's actually the best measure against an aggressive lineup. Because if you pick a Medusa or something, and you're just getting pummeled the whole time, it's not really doing anything to stop the aggression. It's just kind of like prolonging the inevitable. Whereas if you counter-aggress, you get these aggressive heroes like Lion and Slark and Pugna, you're going to do a lot of damage. So, enough beating the dead horse about the Pugna part. Witch Doctor banned out. So, that's a bit of defensive. Witch Doctor is all around my favorite support hero. Next to an Earthshaker. He scales, he has wave clear, he's defensive, he's aggressive, he's got sustain, he's literally perfect. So, just going to get rid of that. I mean, they think that's a Tusk core. There is a lot of support Tusks going on here. I have been seeing some of that, but they think that's a core. They think the Leshrak's a core. Prophet's probably going to be core. And they ban out the support, which is the Witch Doctor, which will be the last pick. Winter Wyvern, I still think is a great hero here. Tuskar goes in, snowballs. Echo Slam, they hit multiple heroes, get a curse off, done. Leshrak just sits in there burning the shit out of people. But I guarantee you, it's not going to be a Winter Wyvern. Who is it going to be? I'd pick Techies, honestly. That's a good hero. What else? Lion. Let's think of counter picks. So Zeus. It could go with the jungler, but that puts a lot of pressure on the Earthshaker. They have to deal with Undying too. So Dazzle's okay here, honestly, if they want to just, but they banned Dazzle. Shit. Not sure. Tusk. Techies. Who else works with Tusk? I'm only looking at the Tusk. I'm not really looking at the Leshrac. I did with the winner. What the fudge? It's a support Tuskar. So, Bristleback will be your core here. It could be a support Prophet, highly unlikely. Or it could just be like Jungle Prophet, Earthshaker solo support, but I'm pretty sure that's a support Tusk. And the core. This is very, I'd say 6 months ago, prior, this is what you did. Your core was like your last pick. Both teams have technically done it, but that's what's going on here. It's very, it reminds me more of like TI3, TI4 than it does now. And they're going to go with the PA, so. Chunk through that. Screw armor on Bristleback. Just do crits and do big damage. Same thing with Leshrac. We're not going to sit there and try and armor degrade you and get through your goddamn tankiness when you got a Bloodstone of that. We're just going to rely on the RNG. Get the crits. Get the instant burst from the Lion and the Zeus. And you're down for the count. I like the draft. I like both drafts. Who do I think is going to win? Probably going to go with the Radiant just because they won the last game. And it looked pretty convincing with their draft. The way they were winning, considering what, like the risk they took in that draft. So I'm going to go with them. But don't count out these nuts, that's for sure. Because the young Turks, the young gurus are going at it. Do we have a smoke in the inventory? I'm not going to introduce the players yet. No smoke. What the fudge? They're going bot. They're just going to do a random jungle invasion. They're going top 2. I've honestly never seen any engagements in top lane in like a month. I think I saw one here where there's some first bloods and stuff, but team on team encounter in the top dire woods, I've never seen. It's always in the Radiant. So, they're just going to avoid it. They're going to just ward up each other's camps. There's the magic bush ward. Couldn't get any more obvious. Just going to hide in here. Someone cuts a tree. You're dead. And over here, we've got a ward that I think it blocks that. I think so. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It just gives vision. They don't want them knowing this ward's here, so when they're pulling camps and shit, they could just kill them. Probably going to be an aggro try. You're going to have to, oh gosh, Tusk, Bristle, Earthshake. What the hell happened with my sound? And away we it's go. All down. I don't know why that bell was really loud. Ward's still on him, so they might blow a bunch of resources trying to de-ward and stuff when there isn't actually any wards here. So, YZ, we've changed our names now. Yugi. Gonna beat the shit down. This Bristle's not so tanky. He's dead. Team Young draws first blood. Bristleback looks like was just going to solo the safe lane. Jungle Prophet, interesting. And Earthshaker's just going to be roaming. This is totally pub, just one person per lane. That's a sick ice shards. I love how that looks. And meanwhile for the Dire, you've got PA and Lion top. Going to run dual lanes with the Zeus, and then Undying Wind Ranger. This is actually a really devastating combo. I never realized. Well, I never pointed it out and I never noticed it, but if he shackles someone and tombs up, that's going to be like 3 stacks of zombies on that player. So it's actually really terrifying. And you're still going to get your core farm on your Wind Ranger, and they're harassed from them dying from the camps. And he's still going to get farmed. This is actually a really scary lane if you're in the Radiant shoes. But let's introduce the players. Let's pop up a stat board. We're going to pop up net worth. Actually, I kind of like last hits denies. It's really nice. So anyways, for your Radiant team, you've got Hex and Jaded. You got him on Tusk. You've got Leshrac being the Omega Poner from Void Boys. I did some research. It is Void Boys. On the Leshrect. You've got Quirr on the Nature's Prophet. He's doing some Quirr shit at Anime North. 1, 2, 3 on the Earthshaker. YZ, I hate these freaking RTZ names, on your Bristleback here. And for the Dire, not Radiant, you got the Surf on the Young Turks up here with Undying. Some Oriental name on your Young Wind Ranger. Team Young Zeus will be Steve Aoki. And then we've got Eudaimonic on Lion and Ryan on the Phantom Assassin. He's just a big fan of black, so he puts that at the end. Last hits are looking good for both teams. Mostly the Dire, but it's still too early to even tell. Zeus is actually doing pretty well, but he's now popped his clarity, so he's got to be a bit careful. Bottle mic ring, you betcha. But look how slow that is. That actually looks... That's fitting for this courier, I'm not going to lie. Because that's honestly what I think it would feel like with the dwarf carrying a pig. And he's just going right through the freaking buildings. Tusk. Let's check out offlaner's last hits. That's what I like to look at. So Tusk is having... actually a pretty good time, but Wind Ranger's having the greatest time. But considering she's got 2 in 1 lane, it makes sense that she's having such a good time. Earthshaker, what are you doing? He's roaming, trying to get a kill, but the tower's pushed. The wave has been pulled. It's a little big, but they're going to do some denies, and it's basically like your average creep wave now. There's the ice shards, a little off point. Earthshaker's kind of not doing too much, not getting stacks going. Speak about stacks, I wonder if Prophet's going to be stacking. Highly doubt it. Bristleback falls bottom lane. Probably same, I guarantee you that's what happened. I could probably go back, but I'm not going to. Probably just plopped up a tomb after a shackle shot, and that was the end of him. Because it adds up early game, the zombies. I'm telling you. Does Bristle have boots? He does not have boots. That's another thing. No boots. I missed another kill. But anyways, they're just gonna kill this top lane Lion. Teleport in. Right clicks do mean a lot early game, and this is why teleporting with the Prophet means a lot. I think PA's screwed because there's enough mana to do another Fisher. He's just gonna lay it down. Tried to give it to one of his cores, but manages to take it just as well. He's been sitting at level 1 for quite a while. 3 minutes, almost 4, and now he picks up that level 2, almost level 3. From the kill. It's alright giving an Earthshaker kill, because that's going to be an earlier Blink Dagger, better roamings, and yada yada. Warding, looking swell and fancy for both teams. I'm losing my voice, I'm just really trying to stay funny with literally no voice. Might be my last cast, but assuming this is the best of 3, game 1's already won for one team, so if this other team wins, then I could safely say I have casted a full day of Dota. Fisher. Chant Totem, not leveled yet. He went with the Echoes, the Aftershocks. There's a stun by Lion after the Hex. He's pretty dead when the Zeus comes in. No Bloodstone for you. Soul Ring, beautiful item on Zeus. I love seeing this. And then you also had your Undying here. Omega Poner misses on the stun, but Zeus not looking too swell. There's another Lightning. The Fog of War manages to cancel it. He would have been dead otherwise, because that's 3 points in that Lightning. Ooh, Zeus, be a little careful. Undying, coming in with no mana, but he does hit hard. Oh, Lion, trying. Omega Poner, Magic Wand charge, tries to get a return kill, but not fast enough. Just simply outnumbered. Got a tri-lane going down here on bot. Earthshaker's managed to come down here. And the rotation from Young Boys, paying off. 2 to 4. And PA is still pretty good in farm. Listrak has died. PA has also died, but they're both still top in the charts. Wind Ranger doing not too bad herself. Oh, where's my co-caster? I'm dying. I need some water, sorry. I'll just hold on. Let's watch some roaming Earthshaker. They can't see him. This is the line. Getting in position though. It's push though. It's really gonna be hard. So he's just gonna clear out the creep wave, try and get that creep wave dead as fast as possible to the tower, so that the Dyer's lane pushes back in favor of himself, which could possibly help for this Earthshaker gank. Now I bet you he's wishing he leveled the Enchant Totem. I do understand why people go the Aftershock, but I really think an Enchant Totem. I mean, you have the mana. If you have full mana, you definitely have the mana to do so. Okay, this is going to be pretty close. The Prophet's going to come in. Easy kill for Omega Poner. Zeus not looking too hot now. Steve Aoki in shambles. And down here at bottom lane, Bristle dies again to the Young Turks. Shackle Shot, good ability with Tombstone. But then again, Undying did die for it. But it's still worth it. You want to get this Wind Ranger as big as possible. This is an off-lane Wind Ranger. And it's not really costing you much. It's costing you mid, but it's not, because that's not really has anything to do with mid. That's just the support's not roaming properly. They have the one Undying down bot, but Undying can't really do much if you teleport him in mid, and he's already dedicated the Tombstone. He's just going to sit there and possibly get decayed. That's not going to save your teammate. He's still screwed. So, I'm liking what the Dire is getting actually out of these lanes. I'm liking it quite a lot. Compared to last game, which we missed the first 18 minutes, so I'm not sure what they were doing early game. Maybe they're doing really well and they all of a sudden just started getting shit on. But by the looks of it, they're in a good spot. They're definitely in a good spot. Omega Poner. Items are a little These slow-ass couriers, I don't even know why people bother doing this, because it's still some sort of a benefit compared to none. Farming up trees, this is literally Lion's freaking dream. He's like, yes, gold. Give me gold. I've been to hell and back. I've seen what it's like not having gold. Creepway pushing in. This is, oh man. Lion's just gonna have the biggest wet dream from this. He's getting all the XP and the farm he could ever possibly ask for. This is gonna be Tranquil Boots, which actually means something. I missed another kill. I've literally just, I like watching the heroes move. Like, look at this. That's so mesmerizing and hypnotizing. Hypnotizing is the word I want. I should have said that first. Oh, I see heroes! I'm not missing this kill. It's not happening. Is my mic down? It is down. A little off, but it was with the creeps, so he gets farm. It was probably for farm anyways. The bottle's here. Charges up. He's got quite a lot of wand charges. Does he have a wand? No, he doesn't. Just opts for the arcane boots. Constant sustain. 8 minutes in the game. Very good farm for both teams. Check out the KDR. 3-1 for Zeus. So, even though I saw him get ganked, I think once or twice, he's doing not too bad. There goes Surf, popping up the Tombstone. Gonna heal up that Zeus. Uh-oh. Surf, you're not looking too hot. There's a little choke there, but the Walrus Punch manages to come in, and he's easily down for the count. VG Frost Sigil, not even needed. And I like this. People like to go Ice Shard Snowball on the offlane. Usually dual offlane, you just want to get as much damage as you can. Like if you're running a Techies, you do the Techies Tusk combo. I'm just saying this because I watched DSL recently, but I actually did know that beforehand. And they won't level the Sigil, because there's really no need. You're just there to get the burst damage, get them done, and get out of there. But in this case, he's solo offlane, so he's definitely not going to be getting solo kills too often, especially like on a support on Undying and Lion. So Frozen Sigil makes sense. And PA, ooh, you're in a little bit of a pickle. Unfortunately, the blur was not in favor for the PA there. Gonna have a little bit of engagement, just flandering off his VG Sigil. Kick black, lose lands. I'm shit-talking teams that I really shouldn't be, but whatever. I like Fi. Fi's a good guy. Mega Poner. And I like Ice 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 too. I haven't really met How, can't say. Fenrir, I'm sure he's a great guy too. And Super. How can you not like a guy with the name Super? This bristleback is having the worst time of his life. 1-4. This is not what you want. Offlane bristleback isn't really that popular anymore, though. People like to run him in tries or stick him in mid, but just because you can put him in any lane, they do it. So it's just not as popular. And against this combo, mind you, I don't think Tombstone was down here, but still, this Wind Ranger is definitely... She's got her ult now. Bam. How do you like that? Hitting the mic off my knee. I've got my knee in the air. Omega Poner, Diabolical Edict, easy tower, easy life. I liked how the old Dota 1 Diabolical Edict worked. It had like the skulls and crap. It was really creepy. Now he's just kind of like magical. It's kind of weird. It still kind of holds the creepy effect, but not really. He's more like a lightning dude. Should have threw him on the same team as Zeus and Razor. And Shen, so he can take over those lightning static birds, the harpies. Just go full-blown lightning. And Disruptor. There you go. Team Lightning. I think there's another lightning here, but we're just going to go with that. Storm, he's pretty lightning-ish. Swap him for the Chen. Just go all cores. I'm not seeing too much action on the mini-map, but we're going to watch its Tusk. It's a really cool set. Uh-oh. They have vision of this. This ward. No, Bristle, you've died too much. You need to get that mech. Ew, mech Bristle. Eh. This is when you know you're not doing too well. Because you usually only want to go mech Bristle if you're in a try. Or like mid, where you get the farm priority. Going in the offlane is good. It means that he is still getting farm. He does have 54 last hits and it's 12 minutes. So he's doing really well. But because of the deaths and stuff, it's not going to be the most effective mech. His mana is just not... Mana's never great on Bristle, and I don't know. I don't agree with the mech myself. 3k player input with 3k player casting. Actually, this is probably like 2k casting. How's degrading myself? Is it giving me brownie points? I know you guys don't like me, so... Let's get some brownie points. Oh, Bristle! Bristle! Even with the mech! Pop! Hit the frickin' buckler! You're dead. They will pick up a kill online. Easy demonic kill. Oh, so close. They can, I think... No, you can't trap them. I wasn't sure. Free tower for Leshrac. Easy towers. Who needs a Pugna? Pugna was for the other team, though. Check it out mid here. Tusk. Snowball. This actually could turn around because we got a teleport in from Omega Poner. We've also got the Earthshaker. They could... Tusk is going to die. They're a little too far out of position. I don't think it could do much. Oh! They might get the Zeus. The Fissure's not the greatest, but it's going to be enough. The AoE's good enough. PA's going to manage to mop up that kill. Omega Poner still doing quite a bit of damage. They need to be a little bit careful, but I think they're going to get this kill. Undying! You need to back out! Oh my god! Ultra... Oh, that completely backfired with the Wind Ranger. I mean, not the Wind Ranger, with the... Oh my goodness. I was like, that Fidger probably cost him his life. Not going to be able to move close enough in, but it actually gave him that ultra kill. Because they just couldn't maneuver in, like, the most efficient way possible to pick up that kill. This is why Leshrac's so good. I just want to... I'm not going to be one of those hipster I told you so guys, but I've always been a fan of core Leshrac. Back when no one even picked Leshrac for support. And I'm trying to think what team did core Leshrac. I actually think it was Team Malaysia before the Leshrac patch happened. I think they were playing before then. And they ran a core Leshrac on Ketchikimba. Or Kesakimba. Kachikimba. And now they just run them with support because of it. And then they, obviously, Leshrac got good. With the Octarine core and everything. But yeah, like... It's always been good, honestly. It has. I'm just saying. I called it. But now he's going to get nerfed, and now I'm starting to hate him because I'm a trendy hipster, and I just like to hate what everyone else hates. And I like to hate all the top-tier heroes because screw them. Even though I've always wanted Leshrac to be top-tier, and he's finally top-tier, and I'm like, screw this. Get this guy out. I'm not. I'm okay with Leshrac. It's really annoying when you're like 5 of you are diving. He's got like no HP and he's still got his edict and he manages to kill all you even though you kill him. And it's like whoop-de-doop. Whoop-de-whoop-de. Oh. Ooh, Eudemonic's so dead. Could he have threw a stun? I think he could have. Just hesitated a bit. Quirr! Really aggressive here against the Undying. This is really aggressive. That tower's still alive. It's taking some damage from the Edict, but I think this is going to backfire. The jig's up. Jig is definitely up for the jiggers. Because the young, what the hell did I call them? Young Turks? Young gurus. The young gurus. Down he goes. Like I said, backfired. Wind Ranger is probably going to easily pick this kill up. There's the power shot. Not the greatest. Nice force staff, though. That's going to... Wow. Oh, the shackle. Goodbye, Bristle. That was a little bit of an overcommitment. They didn't even get the tower from the Edicts because it's hidden so many other creeps and shit. So, that's definitely a win for the Dire. The Young Guns. And I actually don't like calling the jigs up, that team the jig. I'm going to call them the Radiant. No, let's call them, what's catchy? What could I call them that's catchy that relates? Could call them Void Boys. That's not really catchy, though. Need something meme. Need a dank meme. Oh! Not looking good for Quir. Goodbye, Quir. You ain't getting out of here. Oh! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, oh my goodness. And I was just talking about all the ways they could deal with those frickin' trees. The shackle, the power shot, the undying tombstone, and then that happens. Because she already used her power shot. Basher. Whew. There's just a little bit of OCD when I see items that I'm bad. And I'm degrading myself fairly because I am bad. But things like Basher before Battle Fury, or, okay, nice Echo Slam. Only hits one, but it's still good enough. They're going to pwn the Zeus. They're going to probably kill this Tusk in return and Earthshaker. Surf, not a bad job. That Amplify definitely helping out there. Along with crits. Crit them up. That's probably a Vlad's, I think, because headdress is now required for Vlad's. Quir, you are so dead. This is why I didn't like the Furion pick whatsoever. They're going to try and sneak a rush, I think. No, they're just going to push. Omega Poner. He's like, screw you. You want to kill people on my backline? I'm going to kill your people. Needs to be careful. They're getting trapped. It's a trap. Omega Poner, you don't have anything. That shackle shot prevents the deny on the Bloodstone. YZ, this is going to be almost a near team wipe against the Radiant. This Bristleback just not having any impact whatsoever in this game. But he's finally starting to do some damage. Oh, my goodness. Just not enough spikes. We might have had a return. Oh, my goodness. We might have had another repeat for our young gurus here. But they managed to pull out with this one. It's going to be most of the Vlads done for Phantom Assassin. Supports are just a little too poor on the Dire's team, so she's got to pick it up herself. And when you go Battle Fury, or sorry, when you go Basher on your Phantom Assassin, you're going the Battle Phantom Assassin. You're not going the farm, you're not going the late game, you're just hoping that you could stay in this game, possibly get some lucky kills, and snowball mid-game with this build. I don't like it. I feel Battle Fury would have been good in this situation for this PA, but she's now 6-4. You have to think about it, she was like 0... I don't know. She definitely had more deaths than kills. But, like, it was like 1-4, then 2-4, and then 3-4, and now 6-4. So, it's definitely working out. So, what was another build I saw that I wasn't okay with here? Force Staff. I do not like Force Staff Windrunner, especially when you put her in a core position. Mid Windrunner, I could see not going Force Staff being acceptable. Sorry, I worded that wrong. Mid Windrunner, I like to see like damage, and you don't rarely see her put in the safe lane, but I like to see damage, like your Scepter, your Slasher build with the crit and crap like that. But off-lane Wind Ranger, even if you give her farm priority and she's successful and she's got support, I could totally understand going to Force Staff because it's just utility. You're not really there for damage. If you're going to stick her in this lane, you usually have enough damage. You've got a PA with crits. And obviously you've got this burst from the Zeus and the Lion. So I could see why a Force Staff makes sense in this situation. But just have to say it. It's a little OCD for me to not like that. I prefer the damage on Wind Ranger in any core position whatsoever. Smokes pop. They know that Tusk is here. Lightning. was going to be used to get a little bit of vision on this, but they now have vision. Easy kill, but that's cost them 2 ultimates for this. There is no tower down here. They're just going to back out. Ooh, almost. Almost. I want to see if he levels this up. It's just a bigger slow duration, that's it. Costs a little bit more mana. I don't think people level that up, actually. I think they lead that. I don't think the slow is really needed. It's a really good slow, but I think only 1 point early game is all you need. No Blink Dagger yet on the Surf Shaker, unless it's on the Courier. Glimmer Cape. Oh! Interesting. On the core roll. I like it, actually. I really do. I gotta get more memes in this cast. Just gonna check my stream, see if anyone's watching. Says 1. It's me. Cool. I'm watching myself. Let's get some memes. Let's loosen up this cast a bit. Steve Aoki is really not doing well. He was originally... What was he? Wasn't he like 3-1 or something? And then he kind of got up and... He doesn't even have that much deaths. It's just there's no farm on him. He's got nothing. He's got a Bloodstone and it's backfired. It's the frickin'... He's basically copying what Omega Poner did last game. And Omega Poners, even though they were winning, was not working out either. And eventually it did when he got the Blink and stuff. This is going to be a Glimmer Cape, which is understandable. It could be a casual cloak. I think Glimmer Cape here is fine. He's not doing too hot, but who knows? He may get the Blink like the Zeus last game and start all of a sudden doing amazing just to contradict me. Seth. Surf is, oh man, he's reminding me of, what's that stuff called? The stuff you eat with hummus? I think it's Indian cuisine. It could be like Middle Eastern or whatever, you know, that kind of part of the world, but I think it's Indian. What's that stuff called? It's like piata, or but it's not pita. It's, you know what I mean. It's that flatbread stuff. That's what I'm thinking every time I say this guy's name. So I'm trying not to say his name because I'm really hungry. I haven't ate yet. I hope you subscribe to that blog. Let's check out what items. Medallion on the Tusk. He's not doing so hot for an offlaner. But it's only 22 minutes. It's actually really early in this game. This seems like a 35-minute game. It's only 22 minutes. Bloodstone Cloak on him. And Zeus is basically going for an identical build, but just not as successful, obviously. PA, Vlad's Basher. Could go for a Battle Fury, technically, but it's probably going to be a BKB. Just last in these fights. I'm kind of just clicking on whatever hero I see, not really going team coordinated as to what their items are. Gonna have a late Orchid. Reason why this is good in this situation is because you want to cancel... You want, like, if you get a jump on him, you don't want him getting any of his abilities off. So just silencing a Leshrac before he clicks anything is extremely beneficial for your team. Speaking about beneficial, I'm like, this guy's so gonna die, and then I realized he has an Invis rune. But walks right into a sentry. Oh my goodness, completely out cornered. Do they have further detection? He's out of range. They need some AoE. They have the Zeus. Not the greatest thing. This is a very, like, if you're ever in Viz, I guess in 3K and lower it doesn't really matter, but if you're ever in Viz and you're in a game that's somewhat competitive, expect a sentry here at all times. Expect a sentry here or here at all times. It's just something you should always expect. Ryan, 6 in a row. This PA is totally making me look bad with my predictions. Absolutely cleaning house, doing really well. Heck, who needs a BKB? Just go for the freaking Abyss Blade. Go full greed. Full greedo. Let's get greedy. Earthshaker, this Earthshaker is not... The other Earthshaker, I think, at 18 minutes had a blink pretty quickly. So, this one's a little far behind. But their team's actually far behind. Uh-oh. Whiffs the fissure. Totem's up. So's the frickin' tombstone. Zeus almost gets him. Does he have ult? He already used it, right? I just missed it. PA, not sure what to do. She's kind of separated from the team. The team's still here, but they're not really with the PA. And this is actually going to backfire. I guess BKB would have been nice there. Just a little bit of gold short. And now really loses quite a bit of chunk of gold there. So it's probably going to be 3 to 5 more minutes before she finishes up the gold to get that BKB now. a good trade for the Radiant. They're going to go right into the Roche Pit. And, you know, they do have cores, but Zeus has already committed an ult, so there's really not much they could do to stop this. Let alone do they even know what's happening. There is a ward here, but I don't think it really spotted them going into Roche Pit. Spots them going down, but that's about it. Zeus feels something's up, but it's too late. They didn't even have the medallion from Tusk here. That was just pure damage from the Furion, who currently we have not seen his items. Has a silver edge for the PA, I think. What's that break do? Hold on. Where the hell's the break mechanic? I don't see it. Forget it. I actually haven't read up on break. I know it stops Bristol's passive. Like, does it stop passives in general? Because that's amazing for, like, a PA and shit. But I'm not sure if it technically stops it in general. Whose items haven't looked at that? Let's track. Duh. Medallion. Get a blink. Bristol, I haven't seen him in a while. So he's going Halberd. No point in going SMY. You're so far behind. The SMY value is you're going to get a couple right clicks before you do anything. I mean, before you die, so what's the point? Just get that Halberd. Stop this PA from freaking hurting. Stop the Wind Ranger from hurting before you die. And hope that your Bristleback does something. So Wind Ranger, she's gone definitely the utility mode. But I think she's going to start going into damage. This is when you're probably going to see the Scepter, Maelstrom, Daedalus, stuff like that coming out of her. It's getting pretty quiet. Not as much action. Still anyone's game. Radiant are definitely on the behind. Kills deaths. Check out current gold. Shit ton for her PA. But yeah, it's I need to have a drink. Tusk is a little tankier. I kind of think Blade Mail is a good item on Tusk because when you like use your whole combo, someone's really low in HP, you just Blade Mail. They're gonna just use abilities to stop you from right clicking them. So just having a Blade Mail would be good. It'd kind of like keep them in place and they can't really do much. I don't know. Just theory crafting. I just spilled water all down my front. To anyone who's tuning in who is brand new, which I don't see anyone tuning in as brand new, but if you are, check out my YouTube. I might be uploading this there, and I did have some social media, but I got rid of it because I'm not cool and I have no friends. Omega Poner. Poning the shit out of this tower. Jesus. Jesus clipsed. Jeebus would be proud. Meanwhile, trade off for Wind Ranger. Not the greatest, but something. Furion just doing rat things. Insert Bulldog reference here. Hee hee. And, whew, this is a little sneaky. They're just out of range, I think. I meant to do fog, but whatever. 10 spectators. Sorry, I'm not constipated. Just clearing my voice. The push is being dedicated. There's only 2 towers left for the Dire. We've got quite a few for the Radiant still. Wait, I thought the Radiant was behind. What the hell's going on? I always look at kills and I'm like, the Radiant's behind, and then it's either I look at towers and I judge the game based off towers, just like generalizing, or I do it off kills, deaths, and I pretty much always do it off towers, but I haven't casted it in forever, and now I'm doing it off kills, and I see these towers, and I'm like, holy shit. But either way, you don't judge a game based off of either of those. You have to combine factors, and that's how you do it. MKB going to be picked up to try and kill this frickin' PA, who now has BKB. You're going to see the Abyss Blade coming out soon. Guaranteed Abyss Blade next. What else are you going to go? You could go AC. Not really going to do a whole lot. You don't see a Windrunners go AC too much. So maybe she might go AC, but it's probably going to be that Abyss Blade. Actually, let's think about this for a sec. Is it worth it? You're Abyss Blading a Leshrac, who's already triggered off all of his abilities because your Windrunner sounds the wrong person. And Abyss Blade's literally doing nothing other than stopping him from right-click you and using some abilities. But he's already triggered Pulse Nova. You're taking shit tons of damage just to activate the Abyss Blade on him. So that's a situation where an AC over an Abyss Blade would be better, I think. And it would just help your team out, the Wind Ranger and all that crap. It's going to be a BKB on Wind Ranger, I think. I don't know, just based off the safety build, that's what I'm thinking. I originally said this is when you go damage, but I guess she feels she needs to be a little bit more safe. They've kind of got a somewhat good grasp on this game, but to me it's starting to look like the Radiants, you know, they're the ones saying, look, we're pushing towers, you're defending them whether you like it or not. No more team fight bullshit. You're just going to play passive and cautious, and we're going to stay like that. Zeus not triggering his ult to get some vision. I think that's going to be a Blink Dagger. It could be a Scepter, but I think mobility actually might be...
Radiant's mid tower could use
I'll take that back. I think Scepter's good here. Even a Force Staff. Just something to help the PA in that. What about Lotus Orb here? I think maybe a Lotus Orb's good. There's a lot of targetable abilities coming out of the Radiant. Young Gurus, they know the top push is coming. They've got Wind Ranger trying to do as much split. Oh, Wind Ranger needs to be a little bit careful. Ooh, this Silver Edge. I really want to watch this over the top fight. He's thinking about it. He doesn't want to get shackled. He's got to be really patient with this, and he's just going to give up. Gonna go top lane, probably. Help with this push. Actually, they've given up. They've done their chip damage, and they're out of here. Oh, misses on the... Okay, she's gone. It's not happening. Complete... Oh my goodness! No! Oh, wow! Oh my gosh, Omega Poner, with the insight, manages to pick off Kyoto. I mean, not Kyoto. Steve Aoki? No. Random Oriental name. He's got Halberd. He's probably going to use it on PA here. Oh, the bash! The bash! Use your Halberd. There we go. Runs in. Runs back. Not really the smartest idea. Might actually die from a crit. Oh! 887 crit coming out from Ryan on the PA. That's just brutal. I literally just... I pretty much just casters cursed the shit out of that bristleback. It's like, you're gonna run back in, you're gonna do something dumb, teleports, and oh my goodness, that was just not fair. I do apologize to Yugi. It's not actually Yugi, it might be Yugi. I don't think Yugi's Canadian. But he has the Yam Yugi picture, so we're calling him Yugi. Yu-Gi-Oh's a great show, by the way. Great card game, too. If you play Magic, and you're thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh, I definitely highly suggest playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I think it's really good. And you can still play Magic. You know, I know people who do both. Not really, but I do. It's like League and Dota hate, but with Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic the Gathering. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Better than Magic the Gathering. I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, and when the Magic crew transitioned me into Magic, it's kind of like if you're late 20s, you kind of grew up with Magic. But people my age, like early 20s, it's kind of more Yu-Gi-Oh! favored. Just more modern is all. Easy kill on the Earthshaker. This PA is actually getting really scary. 9-5. Going for the Manta. Ooh. We went safe. Now we're turning up the greed. I like mana here. What's their AoE control? It's Echo Slam. It's obviously to break, like the breaks shit. You know, escape mechanism more so. It does provide some damage, but there is some downsides. The Earthshaker with the Echo Slam's the downside. You know, Bristle just AoE in general. Leshrac AoE. It helps for the Prophet. Helps for the Tusk. So, it does have its benefits. I always try and give an unbiased... I'm very biased, but I'll give an unbiased aspect to both. To both arguments of an equation thingamajig. So here we go. Diabolical Edict casted. Nowhere near a tower, though. So, gonna have to wait 15 seconds for that. Both teams are pretty much dedicated up here. We got Furion teleporting to Rosh. Can he solo it? Really? No. Okay. He's got backup. They just do this to get them all top. It forces the TP from bottom top lane. Omega Pona just mops up the creep wave, walks here. They have to know this is going on. Like, they're not on the map. They saw Tusk for a brief moment. They saw Omega Pona, but where's the other three? You really think they're farming the jungle? I highly doubt it. So, I think they know this. They could always push mid, but they're going to contest. And I think this is the right move. Even with the Earthshaker and shit in position, this PA is really scary. She's got a BKB. But that's a pretty good stun, pretty good Echo Slam. He's taking a lot of damage from the Enchant Totem, but he's still down. It's 2 down for the Radiant. This is actually going perfect for the Dire, even after the Echo Slam. What happened? Omega Pona just not in position. And now he's got no mana. He's got to run. Bristle, get him mopped down. Aegis is going to click. They just spent too much resources on the Aegis. And Bristle might live. They're valuing Omega Pona actually quite hefty. He does get the stun off. He does have a TP. Is there stuns available? There's the Basher, and then you've also got Zeus's Lightning. So they're dead. This is a 4-man wipe against the Radiant. This is looking superb for the Dire. And look, 4 towers. But this is looking really good. This, honestly, this battle PA build is doing them wonders. I mean, Windrunner is doing great too. And she's got her Scepter now, so she didn't go BKB. She went Scepter. I think I've got like 1 item prediction right so far this game. But this is great. I actually can't believe how well this battle PA is doing. There's really no one. I mean, they're all contributing, but this battle PA is doing some heavy lifting. The roids have been injected, that's for sure. But it's not cheating. It's not, but it is. Earthshaker. The blink. Was that his first revealing a blink? I don't remember seeing it prior. And it probably happened for like 10 minutes. It's like, holy shit, Gutsy, really? Really? You did not know that. You've been casting this game and you think this is the first preview or revealing of that blink dagger on Earthshaker. Top keck. They're a little bit worried. Do they have a smoke? Curry just brought out TPs. That's gonna be an Octarine core. It's okay. Quick cooldowns. You want to have that ult just for scouting purposes. Ooh, I don't know about this. This is something I'm not agreeing with the PA. The team's not quite there yet. He's doing sufficient damage. And actually, it's working out pretty nicely. That shackle shot is just... Oh my goodness, that's just going to wreck him. There goes the ultimate from Wind Ranger. They're down. Quarter is actually doing some pretty decent damage. So it's a 3-for-1. He's trying to get out here, but they have plenty of vision from the Zeus. The Lightning Bolt, or the Arc Lightning. What's it called? Screw off. Lightning Bolt. Perfect. Arc Lightning. Arc Lightning. Perfect. Lots of vision. And that's another 4 down. But instead of nothing, they do get the PA, but... I mean, your player that's been struggling all game is the only one who's getting it. And he's not going to do anything. What's he going to provide to this game, really? A sheepstick? Nah, not happening. Not on this Bristle. So this is now starting to look really grim. Let's pop up some graphs. That's something I haven't done yet, and I should. So the EXP graph, definitely in favor of the young gurus. And the Radiant, it's actually even, wow, for gold. That's pretty hefty. That's almost a 10,000 gold league going up there. Or 75,000? Or 7,500 in favor of the Dire. Young gurus, definitely doing really well. Octarine core finished on Zeus. So, this was what? A force Bloodstone charge Zeus? And now look at him.
Yes.
Pretty scary. Pretty scary. Wind Ranger. Now that's a BKB. There's no way that's an SNY. No freaking way. And that's no data list there. Casual Sange. Going full-blown BKB. Which is surprising. No one's dying. I feel they could be totally greedy. But as Merlini always says, if you have a lead, you get a BKB, you're just securing that longer. Giving you more chance to snowball. That's great. Ryan, It's so funny. I used to hate Battle Fury on PA, and then Arteezy started doing it, and it's like, oh, Arteezy's doing it. And he was doing it whether they're behind or not and winning games. It's like, oh my goodness. Quick, circle jerk. Circle jerk the Battle Fury. And now it's like, god damn it. I gotta start cheering for this Basher build. This Battle PA. It's giving me Battle AM flashbacks. And I don't like Battle AM, but whew. I might just try it. Glimmer Cape. Glimmer Cape. Glimmer Cape. Just, it's all... This is almost like a 4-on-1 protect strat that just paid off. They've done everything to keep this PA alive and in the fights, and PA's done everything to keep them alive, and it's just totally worked. Meanwhile, up here, 1, 2, 3. Almost gonna finish off the Wind Ranger, but it's not enough. Windran. There's a nice stun from Lion. I don't know what that ability's called, but power shot thingamajig, and I don't know what abilities are. I'm just gonna say, wow, wow, oh my goodness, lots of kills. Teleport from the Prophet, not even his freaking native Prophet. I mean native teleport. He's just gonna straight up go for the foreign make. I butchered that team fight. That was my perfect chance to say every ability. I kind of started off good, but then it just went all downhill. And just like for the Radiant, for Void Boys, all downhill for them too. And yeah, this is really looking bleak. They could honestly push high ground. Do we have buybacks? I could just check the thingy here. No buybacks. Let's just confirm that. Nada. No buybacks for anyone, actually. So maybe they shouldn't be pushing, because... Has this PA died? Yeah, she died top. And then, where's that other time? I think it was bottom. So she has died twice since that one big kill spree. I think she got another one after the first death. But, they're not going to be giving up too much if they all die here. If they get a decent trade. I think a decent trade would be a tier tower and a Rax, but there's 15 seconds. They don't have the time. Rosh isn't up yet. I'm not sure what that means, because I've never really paid attention. Echo Slam. So much farm. So much pretty farm right there. Abyss Blade. Picked up. Oh, S and Y. Didn't go for mana. Interesting. I like it, but I actually did not even expect that whatsoever. Who did I expect the S and Y on? It was some Wind Ranger. And then I switched to BKB, which she did get. So that was good of me. Nice. S and Y, interesting. She's probably blazing in movement speed. Oh, wow, 417. Not that much. What is it with phase? I think it's max with phase. No. 475. Interesting. It's still pretty good. It's pretty close. Once you get above like 480, you're pretty close up there with the max move speed. They do have vision, so they know he is alone. But with the trees there could be a Prophet. Needs to be a little bit careful. Omega Poner. Haven't seen him in a while. 1 Bloodstone charge. This is the worst. You know what? It's actually not even a sad Leshrac game. He's still has great mana regen. Just from Bloodstone being Bloodstone, no matter how many charges it has. Shivs, Glimmer Cape. It's actually not too bad, but he's definitely could be a happier Leshrac. It seems like whatever team goes for the tier 1 picks, like the frickin' Tusk and the Lesh, loses. Just like last game with Young Gurus. It's pretty funny, actually. Oh, just shot a Shackle Shot, Quir. Big trouble, but Tusk, Hexen, Jagata is going to fight back. There's no lifesteal, though, on this Prophet, so he's just doing somewhat of damage, and now with the Wind Run, Tusk is doing nothing. Oh, what a Shackle Shot. This is not looking good for Tusk. Needs to be careful, though. It's still a one-on-one, but here comes backup. It's going to be for the Wind Ranger. She needs to be careful. Walrus Punch. Oh, the mech. This is a sad day for Tuskar. Down here, though, you're going to see more pickoffs with the double damage. I think it was double damage. She was going blue. I'm not sure if it just ran out. Double damage PA. Hits like double damage anyways. Omega Poner. He's going to try and do some rat, but his Prophet isn't alive, so it's not the most efficient rat possible. There goes the Arc Lightning. The Thunder God's Wrath thingamajig. Needs a nice Shackle Shot. 13 seconds for Force Staff. Gonna get some vision. I don't think they could see him. They now see him because of the wind run. He's got to be so careful. He's got to stay right in the middle, but all that's doing is... Oh! With the shackle shot, but Lion's catching up. I think he might be able to get away. Force Staff, Glimmer Cape, Detection, non-existent. Needs the Zeus. There's the... Oh! BKB, he's turning it around. He's sick of it. Get the ult triggering. Doesn't have enough mana. He needs to pop that ult, but doesn't get it. He does take out one person, but... a little bit of mess up on both sides. Leshrac buys back. Bit of counter rat going up here by the Dire. Quarry needs to be careful. He could be turned on. He does have his back up here. He's going to trigger the BKB. Walrus Punch. That's a dead PA. No doubt about it. Oh! But is she going to get a kill? She will get a kill before she dies. Ryan. Knows when he's outnumbered and goes down in style. Steve Aoki. That should be a sheep stick. What else can you get with that, Scotty? You're not getting a Scotty Zeus. What else can you get with that? Ultimate Orb. We're just gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat. No, it's Scotty. I mean, it's sheep. It's Vice. Steve Aoki knows when a man is down. And look at this. It's so funny. He had the Bloodstone charges. He has none. And this frickin' Zeus has so many, and he had none. Rosh is up. Scouted out. Oh, Core needs to be careful. He's just going to get the hell out. Actually, he's still sticking around. His team's here. I think this is going to determine game. Because buyback status... Please let me click buyback before the fight starts. There's none for the Radiant. They have to win this fight. They haven't even got into Rosh, and here comes the Dire already fighting. So, Wind Ranger with the 1,000 attacks of Wind Ranger going in here. Arc Lightning is going to get vision on Omega Poner. He's just going to stay in the back. He still has quite a bit of mana, so they will pick him off. But Wind Ranger, young, Oriental name, is going to manage to pick him off. That's their main core gone. So she triggers the Wind Run, but it's not doing much against Quirr. And they want to get in here for the Solar Crest, which still has me triggered. The stun. It's 2 for 1. This is actually looking pretty good for the Radiant, considering how brutal the last past 10 to 50 minutes have been for them. And they were the ones who initiated the rush. But here comes Ryan, and he's fully charged. BKB has me triggered. Abyss Blade has. But there's the Halberd. Doesn't want to risk the BKB for it because he knows he's probably going to get this kill with Steve Aoki being here. And they're just going to... It's weird. 3 of them are down, but they're still the ones that are probably going to lead this fight because they have the resources. And there's just no resources here left for this Radiant team. Void Boys. There's nothing. Nothing they can do. Their one core is right here, and he's going in. He's be careful. He's lucky they don't have a ward up here, but he's going to try and do as much damage as he can. The Ryan, but Ryan comes in. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3. 4 shots, and that Prophet's down. Easy crits, easy life. Blade Mail, please. Where are you at? More charges. The Zeus did die, so he doesn't have 20 charges, but that's still 15 charges. He pretty much insta-respawned. And now you're going to have a frickin' Agus on this Phantom Assassin. Cheese. Might as well give it to Zeus. He's got so many spammable abilities. Who else would you give it to? Undying? Not really. Lion? No. Once he uses all these, pretty much useless. He's like a stun. Wind Ranger's okay, but she's dead. And they don't want anyone picking up that cheese, so makes sense. But I think Wind Ranger actually might have been a better choice than Zeus for that, because her abilities are all... They're short cooldowns. Focus Fire. I kept forgetting. I forgot the name completely of that ability, and I was just trying to... Every team fight that happens, I always see hers first, her Focus Fire, and I'm always trying to remember the name to say it, but I never do. But now I do for this next team fight, so I'm definitely going to say Focus Fire. And that was probably one of the best fights the Radiant had. But their cores died, they ran out of steam, and that was just it. Even though they got kills on pretty much the only squishy heroes, on the Dire's team, on Young Gurus, it just wasn't enough. And it's pretty damn bleak, that's for sure. They're going to give them one more stand. This is a fight at the racks. See, originally I thought like they were going to go for Rosh, the Void Boys, and if they died in Rosh, that would have been the game call, but Because it didn't work out too badly for them, they didn't. And now we have a new fight. Focus Fire activated. We're going to have lots of crits coming out from PA and by... And when I mean lots, I mean none. But there's one crit going right on the core because he's the only one with the MKB. They don't want him hurt in this PA. And the VG Sigil's doing some work. It actually might just work. No, there's the blink. Probably dead Wind Ranger. She had Force Staff. Not, oh, no, she didn't. But now she does. Nice Soul Rip. Going to keep her in this fight. And this is just looking so brutal for them. Silence on Bristleback. Not the greatest target to silence, but at this point, you're just wanting the Orchid proc. Buyback from the Prophet. He's down for 111 seconds. Surf. Doing a great job at sustaining the team. Ah, man. Steve Aoki knows how to play Dota. That freaking off green core keeping him alive this whole fight. With the life steal. And only a lion. Only a lion died. That's game. What's an Earthshaker gonna do? Buybacks are just not there. And even if they are, it's just not enough. They know it's over. They're probably just contemplating what to do for the next game. Which I probably won't cast. I gotta go eat, so... You'll have to guess who's gonna win it, but it's 1-1 currently, I think, for both teams. And I might cast it, but highly unlikely. And the GG gets called by Quora and Omega Poner. Just gonna do a little last ditch effort. Nice job from Young Gurus. I was wrong. I predicted Void Boys to win. Or the jig is up. Team Jig. And that's the end of the cast, so I'm pooped. I could probably cast another game, but like I have the ability to, but I'm not going to. And follow all these guys on Twitter. I'm sure they all have a Twitter. And subscribe to me on YouTube. Do it.